We're in the studio today with Garrett Tuggle. Garrett, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Jason.
No problem. All right, question number one. You seem to know a little bit about fitness. You used to be overweight, is that correct?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Not
I'm
funny.
6 foot. I was once 250 pounds. Yeah, it's not.
That's
funny.
what I was. I was 5'10", 250 pounds.
Well, so you were bigger because you were shorter than me.
Question is, what happened that made you want to change your body? Or, start losing weight, start looking better, and how did you achieve it?
Man, I think everyone gets to a point in their life where, especially the age we're at, I'm 21 now. That was nearly 3 years ago. So kind of got to the point in my life where I was like, all right, I'm going to start changing some stuff. Wasn't happy with the way I looked, obviously, when I woke up every morning. I wasn't happy with the way I felt. I was tired all the time. Certain things happened in my life where I felt like I needed to change, and I started with my body. So transform the body, transform the mind, all of that.
How do you stay motivated? Like when you don't feel, when you don't feel like getting up, going to the gym, you feel like the world sucks. Everyone around you is stupid. What do you do then?
Every morning you have to kind of trick yourself into being motivated. Sometimes it becomes a thing where, after you build a habit of something, your day doesn't feel complete without it. So, the first 2 or 3 months is really just about building the habit. And then, as far as the motivation goes, you just kind of wake up and say, if I do this, it'll be worth it. If I don't do this, I'm going to feel guilty.
Right. It's like after so long, you get that switch turned off in your head.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't live without it.
Right.
You can't live without it.
And it's like you have to go to the gym. You're like, oh.
Yeah, so I guess at some point it becomes not about motivation, but necessity.
Yeah. So what's your nutrition like right now?
Right now.
Are you currently bulking, cutting?
I'm more at a maintenance / cut at the moment.
There's spring break coming up.
Sure, right. Yeah, in like 20 days. Yeah, as far as my nutrition goes, man, it's really the same whether I'm bulking or cutting as far as what I eat generally. But it really comes down to my goals. It's about calories.
Right.
Any way you slice, I don't care if you're bulking or trying to gain weight, for those who I don't know what that means, or trying to cut or lose weight. It's still not a good idea to eat Oreos and chocolate cookies or Doritos, whatever. Doesn't really matter what your goals are. So it really comes down to a lot of protein, a lot of healthy carbs.
Healthy fats.
Healthy fats. Gotta get them healthy fats in there.
Yes, sir. Peanuts.
Peanuts. I love peanuts. As a matter of fact, this morning I ate about 5 or 6 handfuls of peanuts.
You're a real trooper.
It's really just whatever your calories are at. Eat clean and stay away from the junk food.
What is your current split or workout regimen like through the week? Take me through the week.
Right. Mondays, squats, deadlifts, and calf raises. So pretty well leg day for the most part, with some core training in there. Tuesdays is upper body, so I use free weight dumbbells and bench press, incline, decline, flat, high reps, medium weight. Wednesday I focus on a little bit more upper body, except some areas that I might not have hit on my free weight days, such as the delts and the traps. I use pull-up bar to hit those areas.
Tom Hardy traps.
Yeah, so gotta get that warrior, that Bane action going. And also abs I hit on Wednesdays. Thursdays, back to free weights, dumbbells, and bench press. And then on Friday, I do what I call an endurance test, more or less. Especially when you've been cutting for a long time, your energy levels tend to drop, and if you don't maintain a level of endurance throughout your workouts, you will lose a lot of endurance completely. So on Fridays, I hit every machine in the building on usually around 10 reps at a medium weight, which usually takes about an hour or so to do. But it's really just wearing the body out and making sure that your endurance levels stay.
That's right.
Kind of where you want them.
Do you take any supplements, or what do you recommend? I know whey protein. I
take whey protein, which for all of those who don't really know a lot about it. I know before I started, I didn't know that much about it. I thought it did a lot more than it actually does. Really, all it is just a convenient way to help get your protein in for the day. I mean, it's just food.
That's right, because not everybody can afford to buy a whole chicken every day.
Exactly. I mean, there's no difference in eating a chicken, chicken breast and drinking 2 scoops of whey protein as far as what it's doing for you in the gym. So whey protein is just food. I don't really even consider it a supplement. But as far as supplements go, creatine is the only thing I use. And a lot of people like to use pre-workouts like that. I don't use pre-workout. I haven't gotten to the point yet where I feel like I'm justified in using a pre-workout. As long as I can make it on my own steam, I will. But a lot of people have a lot of success with pre-workouts, and that's something I'll probably do eventually. Creatine, I feel, is probably the most useful and important,
most scientifically proven.
Right. Yeah. Creatine monohydrate, and it's cheap. I mean, you get a lot of bang for your buck. It's going to give you extra energy, ATP. It's going to make you look fuller. It helps you hold more water, and creatine is really the only technically supplement that I use.
Yes,
I would say.
What is the best piece of advice you can give to someone who wants to start lifting or start changing their body?
I've trained a lot of people in weightlifting, people that had no idea, what they were doing when they went in there, and everyone has these preconceived ideas about what it's going to be like when they go in there. They know it's going to be tough. They know, it's going to be painful. Don't always know how painful and how tough, but and they think the biggest misconception is how fast the results come. As a natural bodybuilder, it takes years. I mean, I've been doing it for 3 years, and I'm still not where I want to be. I don't think you can ever really be fully satisfied, but still not where I want to be. So the biggest thing I would say is patience. Being willing to hit the gym every day, be consistent, and have the patience to know that it's not something that's going to happen overnight or even over a period of weeks. It's going to be months, it's going to be years as far as the results come. But if you're consistent, it will come. And the next thing I would say is humility. A lot of people I've trained, they want to go in there and start with weights that they can do, but they have terrible form with them. Yeah. They usually hurt themselves or whatever. So I would say low weight, be humble in there. If you're just now starting out, don't act like you've been at it for a while. No one's going to judge you. So humility, consistency, and patience, I would say, are the top 3 things I would encourage in someone who's getting ready to start.
Very nice. Very good advice. Which do you recommend, bodybuilding or strength training, or somewhere in between?
I think a hybrid is the most useful. You get the functional strength, and then everyone wants to look good. Right. And bodybuilding has a lot of health benefits as well. Obviously, there's people that take it overboard and aren't healthy in the way they do it. But having a low body fat percentage, having good cardiovascular, it's all healthy. Bodybuilding, if you do it right, it can be very healthy. Strength training, obviously, it's nice to be strong. It's nice to have the ability to move lots of weight if you need to, and it has a lot of health benefits as well. And they do go hand in hand to a certain extent, but a lot of times it'll come down to where to the decision, which one do you want to kind of pursue. And I would say a hybrid of the two is probably your best bet.
Last question, do you even lift, bro? You're looking kind of small here. I mean, what do you weigh, like 130?
I'm 135. I've been on bulk.
You're 7'2", 135. Garrett, thanks for joining us.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
It's been a very good interview. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. I'll see you.